tell me about this performance, man. And let's just start with Tyler Allgeier, most rushing yards for a Falcons rookie ever, breaking that record that was held in 1979. Yeah. Man is just a beast. He had 24 carries, 135 yards, 5.6 yards a carry. Tell me a little bit about Tyler Allgeier, and then we'll get to Sean about Allgeier.
Yeah. So if you guys were watching the game, you heard the broadcast talking about some of his background and upcoming being at BYU and being on the bottom of the depth chart there, and then working hard and setting himself up to, top of the charts, where then he broke records at BYU. And now, something similar to here this season as a rookie, bottom of the depth chart. Cordell gets injured for a few games. He's called to step up, and he makes an impact for the span of games that he has been up until he's got 1,000 yards for this season. So I think this really shows promise, and I think that's kind of what to take Tyler Allgeier's performance today. I think that kind of represents the Falcons as a whole for this last game. Is they've struggled throughout the season. There's definitely been ups and downs, but this last game definitely showed promise of what they can do this upcoming offseason and for the next few seasons as the new head coach and these new young guys they got with Kyle Pitts, Drake London, of course, Tyler Allgeier now.
Facts. And mind you, because some people, they hit me up on Twitter or even in my inbox, yo, Jansen, I hope you know that it's against a lot of backups. I was like, yes, not in the beginning, but yes, bro, I get it. I understand. But here's my thing. It's still about these young guys building confidence. You feel me? You still got to build your confidence. Maybe you could bring that into next season. Sean, and right on time, tell me about Tyler Allgeier and what impressed you the most. Not even just today, but just overall with his performance. I personally feel like he runs hard. We talk about him off air all the time. He hits the hole. He's ready to play. He's ready to go. How do you feel about him?
What's up, here, Sean? Man, nice to meet you. But I know this kind of came last minute. Sorry, guys. But
no, you're good.
No.
You joined in like right when we started, so you're good, man.
Sorry. No. Allgeier's been great this season. Again, coming into this year, just like we talked about I think it was a week ago today, Jansen, talking about Cordell and he was basically the guy coming into the season because Mike Davis is supposed to be the starter last year, and Cordell just blew. He was basically our best player, at least offensively last year. So coming into this year, it's going to be Cordell again. But Tyler Allgeier just shows that, hey, Cordell, you can play receiver as well. You can do what you've done before. You can get your carries and get the positive yards, but you don't have to get the bulk of the carries. We can split it up, and it seemed like the last 4 to 5 games, Allgeier's kind of been that the guy that's getting the bulk of the carries. So I'm impressed, man. The Falcons running game, this year wasn't the best as far as overall as the team, but the running game was definitely the strength. I like what Tyler Allgeier, how he's been playing. And again, it shows that, it's more than one back who can do it. Like I gave the example, obviously Cordell Patterson, but it's showing that, you can rely on this guy to give you 15 to 20 carries a game. And, he can be consistent, obviously, in the run game. Has some decent hands as well. And, hey, is his name Caleb Williams, the other running back? Or, excuse me, Caleb Huntley. Yeah. I mean, he was pretty decent too, early in the beginning of the season, getting carries. So, the Falcons, I mean, the run game has been, I give them A-, B+ at the best this year. At the least, I should say, because the run game is definitely been a strength. I'm definitely impressed by Allgeier. Definitely for him to shine like he has his rookie season. I'm impressed, and it helps when you have a running game, and when the Falcons can be healthy. Desmond Ridder's supposed to be the guy in the future, which they draft him this year. The running game and a tight end helps. A young quarterback like that. That's why Desmond Ridder. I got to check the stats again. I know we ended up being the Bucs. I was in and out watching the game, but he looks week by week. He's looking a little bit more comfortable. He was looking real shaky against New Orleans. Expected rival in the Saints in New Orleans, but with Allgeier and the running game really helping out, it can only help a young quarterback. So it's a good win for the Falcons, at least ending the season. Yeah, they didn't play the Bucs the full game, but at the same time, hey, I'll take a W.
Yeah, and I mentioned this probably week before, so I probably sound just so repetitive, but man, it's just so inspirational, man. We talk about this all the time. When you got a guy who was drafted in the 5th round or sometimes 6th, in this case the 5th round from BYU, but sometimes 6th round, 7th. I'm not gonna lie. When I look at those type of draft picks, sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. We just care about the 1st round, maybe the 2nd round, and nowadays running backs, they don't even want to take them in the 1st round. A lot of times they want to early 2nd round. We're talking about those guys. So it's really inspirational to me to see a guy say, you know what, I'm still gonna roll up my sleeves. We're gonna go in there. I'm gonna run hard, and he old school to me too. He old school. He's ready to bang. He's ready. Coach call him up the middle, on the outside, got a little bake to him, shake and bake, got some size, 220. Yeah. I like him. And I'm a little biased too, man. I love running backs who, period, show up. Every time I see numbers like that, I get excited because it just reminds me when I was a kid and that old school game. So to me, much respect for Tyler Allgeier, much respect for hitting 1,000 yards. My guy, that's how you do it. Yeah, he hit over 1,000 yards and he got the record. Yep, he broke the Falcons record for rookie record for rushing.